What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, bringing incredible guests from all over the world. So sit back, relax, and tune in. My next guest is a free spirit. Love that. He's an entrepreneur, a transformational life and business coach, and a 6-time Ironman. Please welcome Ingo Schulmeyer. And I killed it with my American accent, but welcome, Ingo.
Thank you, Deanna. Thanks for having me.
That is I love the free spirit part. Like, I'm sold with the free spirit. Why do you put that on your bio?
I don't know. I like it because I think it's important to be free. I mean, freedom is one of my values, right? And I think it's important that we can make free decisions. And yeah, I like to live my life in freedom and to do what I want to do. So yeah, I like that. And yeah, I like to be also finding my spirituality, right? It's not only the mind that should be free, it's also the rest of our ourselves, our body and our spirit, right? So.
I consider myself a free spirit as well. And the reason why I wanted to highlight that before we get into the rest of your story is that I feel like, we're born, when we're young, we're little kids, we got that free spirit and that zest for life and that vitality. And as life kind of beats us down, right, we take on all those labels and all those self-limiting beliefs. We lose that free spirit vibe that we were all born with. And so I just love that you lead with that in your bio. And I think that is just so endearing. And thank you for the reminder of how we really should be.
Oh, I'm happy if it helps you. That's why I put it there.
For sure. Well, I think
I think you nailed it in the end. Yeah, that's what we are born, right? We're born free and we're free. So, and then we get all these conventions from society, from our parents, from friends and everybody today from social media. And then we're building all these walls around us and we're living according to some values that eventually we think they are ours, but actually we just adopted them from somewhere, right? And it's not really being free. And sometimes we think we're free, but actually we're not. We're just following something that we don't believe in.
Well, thank you for that reminder. So let's get into all the other stuff. So you're an entrepreneur, transformational life and business coach. Have you always been an entrepreneur and a coach?
No, actually not. Only after I became a free spirit.
So you had to find your way. Find your way back to that.
No, I had a corporate career. So I was working for more than 15 years in the semiconductor industry.
Oh, wow.
And as I described before, I also thought I'm following my values and I achieved my goals. And you mentioned I'm an Ironman, so I did a lot of sport and I was traveling the world. I did a lot of stuff. But ultimately, I think my spirit was not free. Maybe, I made decisions and I made career decisions and I followed goals and I achieved my goals. But they didn't bring me, or they brought me where I thought I want to be, but not where I actually want to be. Right?
Yeah.
So.
I feel like that being in corporate kind of does not allow us to have that free spirit. And I think that you broke out of that, right? And now you came back to that, and now you're doing something to probably, I'm assuming with the work that you do to help others kind of embrace that vitality.
Yes, that's exactly the point. Yeah. Until 2.5 years ago, I had this career and I was successful. I made a lot of money. We had a house, we had the car, we have the family, right? But it didn't really fulfill me. And then we made this decision, a little more than 2.5 years ago. Me and my family, we said, okay, it was also during the pandemic. I was not happy with my job. We were not happy with the school of the kids. And in general, the situation was a little bit difficult. So we said, okay, let's go for an adventure. So we sold everything and we took the kids and our dogs and we moved to Mexico. And we started traveling there, and that's where we found a new life. Now, after we were traveling for like 9 months, and then we settled. We found a nice small city here that we really liked. The kids like the school here. We're happy here.
A little jealous. That's awesome. I feel like going on that journey of being a nomad for a little bit really gives you a different perspective and education on life.
Absolutely, yes. For me, yes. And I think also for the kids, it was very good because, I think in this month on the street and in a different culture, I think they learned more than in a few years in school.
Yeah, absolutely. So now how old are your kids?
Yeah, when we moved, they were like 10 and 12. Now they're 11 and 14. So,
Wow.
so we thought, okay, it's also a good age just before, when they become teenager, it's
Yeah.
getting more difficult. You can't take them out anymore from their social environment, right? But we made it exactly in the right time where they were still willing to come with us.
Wow. They got such a blessed life. Are they learning Spanish there then in the school?
Oh, yeah, but for them it's very easy. I mean, I told you we were traveling 9 months, and then I think it was September 22, they tried a school one day. It was directly in Spanish. It's a small Mexican private school. We put them there, and after the first day, they said, "Okay, we'll stay here." And we said, "Oh, okay, that's also good." And we also have a little bit more free time, right? Because it's also intense to travel as family together. So we were all glad, and after 1 or 2 months, they picked up Spanish pretty easily.
Oh, wow.
And now they're fluent, right? They're learning much quicker than.
What about you? Do you speak Spanish too?
Yes, I speak Spanish, but I'm not I'm not learning so quickly anymore than my kids.
Wow, that makes how many different languages? Do you speak German?
I speak German, I speak English, I speak Hebrew, because before we lived in Israel.
Oh, wow.
And now I speak Spanish.
How incredible is that? Like, very diverse, and just like, that is amazing. What would you say to someone that's listening to this and they are maybe struggling with making that like drastic change in their life, and being a nomad, traveling with their family sounds enticing, but they're scared? What would you say to them?
First of all, you need to lower the risk, right? I mean, you need to understand that making a decision is always something. It's not something that is forever, right? And that's also something that made it for me easier. And before we made this decision, me and my wife mainly, we talked, okay, what is the worst case scenario? What that can happen? We said, okay, the worst case can be that after 1 year, we don't like it, and we go back to Germany or to Israel, and we look for a new job, and we continue what we did before.
Yeah.
And the worst case is that we were going for a one year of vacation. So, and it's just like putting things in perspective, right? If this is your worst case scenario, it's suddenly not so bad.
And it's not even, that doesn't even sound that bad. So like, for me, I'm a risk taker, right? And I have no problem pulling the trigger. Like, if I have an idea in my head, I'm going after it. And right, wrong, or indifferent, at least I can make a decision and do it. And I think, like what you said, I just say, okay, well, what's the worst that can happen? You think about all the worst things, and you just got to go back to living that conventional lifestyle. But oftentimes when we face those fears and we just pull the trigger and just, take a chance, it's going to pay out dividends.
Exactly, yes. And for me, you have this limiting belief. I also always believe I cannot live with my monthly paycheck, right? I have to need the money at the end of the month. Otherwise, I cannot feed my family or something.
Yeah.
But I must say, when we made this decision, this feeling wasn't there anymore, right? We went traveling, and it changed completely. I didn't have it anymore.
And I feel like this experience and this choice that you made a couple of years ago really allows you to be a huge impact with your clients with the coaching that you do.
Yes, absolutely. Because everyone needs to find their own solution, right? It's not for everyone the solution to sell everything and move to the other end of the world. But we need to overcome our limiting beliefs and our fears, and as you're saying, to make decisions. I think we need to make decisions, and even if it's a wrong decision, it doesn't mean we stick with it forever. Then
right
1 year we can make another decision if we really don't like it, but we need to try something out to see if we like it or not.
How do you know if you're going to like it if you don't try it?
Exactly.
So for you, I'm assuming over the last couple of years going on this journey was transformational for you. Is that why you consider yourself like a transformational coach?
I consider myself, first of all, because I made this transformation for myself.
Yeah.
And I also, when I started, I thought to do more something about in the health coaching or like fitness coaching, like more holistic health, natural health. But it didn't resonate so much with me because it's a lot of the offers that you find in the internet and social media, they're very like results driven, and they're very short term, right? Like whatever, lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks or something like that, or whatever, run a marathon in 6 months. So, and I think that's not how it works in my experience. I think for really making lasting changes, you need to make also transformation, and you also need to change your mindset and your beliefs. And that's why I like it more. It's a longer process. It's not so, maybe not so fancy, but I think it's more helpful, and I resonate more with that. And transformation really means going deep inside yourself, understanding yourself, and working on the things that are sometimes also unpleasant or that you don't want to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't want to face. Hi, guys. This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. I'm here to share another exciting partnership with you. I have joined forces with doTERRA. They are the leading provider of high-quality essential oils. I've got some here I like to consume, the ones that are consumable. So like sweet orange is really great. I also really, really love their toothpaste. Natural whitening, and just kind of really helps clean your mouth. You know, we do carry a lot of germs in our mouth, but I've loved this toothpaste. I've ordered it many times. These are some supplements. Here is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Really great products, high quality products. Definitely recommend it. I also really love the collagen. NMN is a proven anti-aging product. So the collagen and the NMN together is a real game changer. I'm big into collagen. I believe it. I've been taking it for like 20 years before it's even gotten so popular. And that's probably why I maintain my skin elasticity, my hair and nails. I highly recommend checking out doTERRA if you're a fan of high quality essential oils. Not all essential oils are created the same. Go click the links in the description, sign up, or take advantage of one of my bundles that I'm recommending to you with the toothpaste, also the cleaning products and the supplements. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you, and stay tuned for more to come. Where would someone be at? Or they have to be in business or an entrepreneur? I mean, who is like your ideal client?
Yeah, my client, I think, is someone like I was a few years ago, like a successful professionals. Usually they're a little bit older, like I would say like 35 to 55 or something like that.
Okay.
Because I think, when we're starting our career, when we're in our 20s, we're very driven, and we're, we have all these goals, and we want to be successful in our jobs, which all is good, that we want to start our family.
Yeah.
And we're not worrying it so much, right? We want to have some money and some basics. But then when we grow older, and also maybe the kids are getting older, that's what happened to me, is you feel more and more that that's not everything, right? It's not all about business and financial success, and also the kids will leave the house one day, so you're looking more for maybe more purpose or more holistic definition of a successful life than just to be successful in business and financially successful.
Yeah. Do you have a success story of someone that you could share with us? Where they were when you started working with them, to perhaps where they were when they were done working with you, or if they are still working with you?
Yeah, I'm still working with some clients on that, and usually, so I had 2 clients lately. Usually, it takes like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It depends how deep are your beliefs, and how long it takes you really to dig into there. And usually, I mean, the relationship, the coaching relationship, if you do transformational coaching, is built mainly on trust, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of deep conversations going on. So yeah, with one client, I mean, he was also successful in his job. He was a director level, and yeah, but he was divorced, and things were missing. And yeah, after that, we looked more into different areas of life, and he found out different things, that he didn't quit his job, and he's still happy there. But it's not all about the business anymore, right? It's not all about like working whatever, 12, 14 hours a day and doing nothing else. That can work for a few months maybe, but it's not a basis for
fulfilling life.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to life than just working. And I think that we get so caught up and so programmed that, okay, we have to have this successful job. We got to get this to this level. We have this title, make this amount of money. And then once you get there and you haven't really filled any of those other pillars in your life, you're empty. You're like a shell of a human being. And so I think that that's really wonderful. I love talking to coaches because you really help people where they're at in their life to get to where they really hope to be, right? And you yourself like went through that journey. And I think that it's just so great to highlight that, you know, there is something else besides just attaining a title, attaining a salary. You know, there's so many beautiful things to experience and witness in life, and to close yourself off to that is just really is kind of like a death sentence, to me at least.
Right. And the good thing is we all have this truth inside ourselves, right? I cannot give this solution. I don't want to give this solution, right? It's more like helping me or helping the clients to take that out for themselves, right?
Yeah, I love it. Where can people find you, connect with you, and learn more of working with you?
So right now I'm mainly active on LinkedIn. I'm also posting there frequently now. I'm also on Twitter. I have my own podcast which is on YouTube, and also all the major podcast channels. So my brand is The Small Reset. That's under which I'm listed on YouTube and also on Twitter.
Okay. The Small Reset?
Yes.
And what's the name of your podcast?
The Small Reset.
Oh, I love it. So you're a podcaster too. Woo, woo. Give it up for the podcasters. Now, what does it look like if someone wants to work with you? So I'm going to put all the links, you guys, in the bio, and if you are the show notes, and if you connected with my guest today, Ingo, and you want to learn more, go ahead and click the links and go give them a follow and reach out. And so if they reach out to you, what does that look like? Do they schedule a call? And, you know, do you like go through what their goals are, where they're at? Can you just walk us through?
The first step is, you can just check out my website. There's the explanation of my process. I developed also my own framework for going through the process. I call it Release, Rediscover, Rise. That's basically the steps we're going through on this journey. And there you will find also a link. You can book a free call. And in this free call, we can discuss first ideas, and there will be definitely some helpful advice how you can move forward. And then also to see if there's if we're on the same wavelengths, right?
Connect and make that impact with each other.
But in any way, it will be there will be some helpful advice how to move forward and how to make improvements to your.
Sure, I love that. And when they talk to you and obviously connect with you, that you know that you can walk them through the process and how long that commitment would be like, and if it is a good match.
Yes, exactly. We can discuss.
And all around the world, right? You can work with people all around the world.
Oh yes, I'm working with people all around the world. I mean, usually it's most easy with US time zones.
Okay.
And Mexico, but I have also clients in UK, for example, and Europe is not a problem. Whatever we can make work with, so from a timing point of view. But there's no issue with that.
I know with Zoom we can connect with everyone everywhere. Just gotta be able to be up late. So. Well, Ingo, I love what you're all about. I love the journey that you've gone through. I think that I aspire to do something like that one day and just like sell everything and just go on the road and just be like, that's truly living very free, right? Not having any like tie downs and just going out there and exploring, right? I mean, the world is so beautiful, and to go out there and explore with your family, what a blessing. Like, oh my gosh, can't even imagine. Well, this is the part of the show where I like to ask for last words of wisdom or advice. What would you like to leave with us today?
The best advice I can give is probably that don't look for the solution somewhere outside, and don't look somewhere in all the personal development books or something like that, because you have the solution in yourself, and you will find it by just becoming present of yourself, connect with yourself. So that means also take some time to shut off, turn off your cell phone, turn off the television and everything, and become aware of yourself, and you will find the truth inside yourselves. Being
present and reconnecting with yourself is like reconnecting to that spirit that we're all born with. I love it. Keep leading with the being a free spirit, because I think that we need to talk more about being like that. Ingo, it's been such a pleasure to hear your story, and thank you for sharing what you do and how you help people kind of find that path that we all sometimes get lost on, and getting redirected is a beautiful thing.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. As always, don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.